The kind of cold that can freeze skin in seconds and stop most living things in their tracks. But for some animals, winter isn't a death sentence, it's their stage. These creatures don't just survive the ice, they turn it into their greatest weapon. From frozen frogs that come back to life, to squirrels that practically hit the pause button on existence, nature's winter warriors are full of superpowers that sound like science fiction. Welcome to WildFact Lab, where we break down the wildest animal abilities. Today, we're diving into the 7 most insane tricks animals use to laugh in the face of winter storms. By the end, you'll see snow, ice, and blizzards in a whole new way. Picture this, a small frog sitting under a blanket of snow. The temperature plunges, ice crystals spread, and its body begins to freeze solid. For most creatures, this would mean certain death, but the wood frog has mastered one of nature's coldest tricks. As the frost creeps in, the frog floods its body with glucose and urea, turning its blood into a natural antifreeze. Its heart stops. Its brain goes silent. For weeks, it's nothing more than a frozen statue locked in suspended animation. And then, spring arrives. The ice melts, warmth returns, and the frog does the impossible. Its heart starts beating again, its muscles twitch, and it hops back to life as if nothing happened. Imagine falling asleep in the middle of winter, literally freezing solid, and then thawing out months later, good as new. For the wood frog, that's not science fiction, that's survival. In the dead of winter, when food disappears and icy winds rule the forest, bears vanish, not into the snow, but deep into their dens. What happens next is nothing short of a biological miracle. The bear's body shifts into survival mode, slowing its metabolism by nearly 75%. Its heartbeat drops, its breathing slows, and for up to 5 months it doesn't eat, drink, or even relieve itself. Yet it doesn't waste away. Instead, it recycles its own proteins, repairing muscle and tissue in a kind of self-sustaining loop. And here's the most astonishing part. Female bears give birth in this state, nursing tiny cubs while still half asleep, their bodies providing warmth and milk without ever waking fully. It's like putting your body on airplane mode for half a year, shutting down every non-essential system, then waking up stronger, lighter, and ready to roam again. Now, we journey to Antarctica, where the wind slices across the ice at -40 degrees. Out here, survival depends on one thing: unity. The emperor penguin has perfected it. Thousands gather in massive huddles, their bodies pressed so tightly together, they form a living, breathing fortress against the cold. But this isn't chaos, it's choreography. Penguins on the outside slowly rotate inward, while those in the warm center shift out, ensuring every bird gets its turn in the life-saving core. The result? A biological heater. In a storm that could freeze exposed flesh in minutes, the center of a penguin huddle can reach a balmy 98 degrees, warm enough to keep fragile eggs and newborn chicks alive. It's a furnace powered not by fire, but by thousands of tiny hearts beating in unison. In this frozen desert, teamwork isn't just survival, it's life itself. Beneath the ice sheets of Antarctica lies water so cold it should turn blood into ice. For most animals, this ocean is a graveyard. But the Antarctic icefish swims here as if nothing is wrong, because its very blood has been rewritten by evolution. Inside its veins, special antifreeze glycoproteins keep its blood liquid even when the water is colder than your freezer. These proteins bind to tiny ice crystals before they can grow, stopping the fish from freezing solid. It's like carrying a built-in shield against death by frost. But the Icefish's adaptations don't stop there. Its blood is clear, almost ghostly, because it has no hemoglobin, the red pigment that carries oxygen in most creatures. Yet somehow, it thrives in this oxygen-rich, icy world where others would perish. In the kingdom of cold, the Icefish is proof that even blood itself can evolve into liquid survival. In Alaska's frozen wilderness, temperatures can plummet to 60 degrees below zero. For insects, that should be the end. But one beetle has unlocked a survival trick so extreme, scientists call it a chemical arsenal. The Alaskan beetle pumps its body full of cryoprotectants, natural antifreeze compounds that shield its cells from ice. At the same time, it removes most of the water inside its tissues, leaving no liquid for deadly crystals to form. It's like running an internal chemistry lab, brewing potions that fight off the cold. The result is staggering. These beetles can endure conditions so brutal that researchers have dunked them in liquid nitrogen, and still they survived. What looks like a fragile insect is actually a miniature fortress, armed with molecular defenses strong enough to stare down one of Earth's harshest winters and emerge alive. Across the endless white tundra, predators stalk and prey hides, but one animal blends so perfectly with the snow it almost disappears. The Arctic fox is nature's shapeshifter, with a wardrobe designed for survival. In summer, its coat is thin and brown, a perfect match for the rocky tundra and mossy ground. But as winter descends, the fox sheds that disguise for a thick, snow-white coat, complete with extra layers of insulation. This transformation is automatic, triggered by changes in daylight. The result? A predator cloaked in invisibility, able to sneak up on prey without being seen, and at the same time, protected from the eyes of wolves and polar bears. It's not just camouflage. It's armor against the cold and a tactical advantage on the hunt. Out here, where every shadow could mean life or death, the Arctic fox survives by becoming part of the landscape itself. On the Alaskan tundra, one small creature holds the title of the coldest-blooded mammal on Earth. The Arctic ground squirrel doesn't just hibernate. It plunges into suspended animation so extreme, it bends the rules of life itself. As winter tightens its grip, the squirrel drops its body temperature below freezing, sometimes as low as 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Its heart rate slows to just a few beats per minute. Brain activity nearly disappears. By all measures, it looks more dead than alive. And yet, buried beneath the snow, it waits. For weeks at a time, its body endures what would kill almost any other mammal. Then, when spring finally returns, the squirrel thaws, wakes, and carries on, as though death had never brushed so close. It's not sleep. It's not hibernation as we know it. It's nature's ultimate pause button, a living test of how far survival can go. 7 creatures, 7 superpowers. From frogs that freeze solid and come back to life, to squirrels that all but stop their pulse, to penguins turning blizzards into warmth. Nature's winter warriors redefine the limits of survival. While we pile on coats, crank up heaters, and hide from the cold, these animals thrive in it. Their armor isn't made of wool or fire. It's written in their DNA. Evolution has sculpted bodies that treat the world's harshest winters not as a threat, but as home. So, which of these winter superpowers left you speechless? Was it the frozen frog's resurrection? The penguin's living furnace? Or the squirrel pressing pause on life itself? Drop your pick in the comments. I want to know what blew your mind the most. And if you love discovering nature's most extreme abilities, hit that subscribe button and join us here at WildFact Lab. Because next week, we're chasing a new frontier, one of nature's strangest survival strategies, and it happens in backyards all across the world. You won't want to miss it.